Hey, little biscuit. Let me tell you something, man. I never ran after a bus. Did you? If you ran after a bus, what are you doing? I was just thinking, I'm like, why does it look so cringy when someone runs after a bus? And I kept thinking and thinking, contemplating, doing tafakkur, right? I was thinking about it and I was like, I think the only reason why, whenever we see someone running after a bus, we immediately have this cringe type of feeling within us because we look at the person and we like innately we're just thinking like inside we're just thinking we're like, why are you putting so much attention on that thing? Why are you thinking that that thing is so important that you have to catch the bus? Why is it so important for you to catch the bus? Why is it so important for you to catch the train? So back when I was in uni, and by the way, this has a deep lesson within it. You might not think it does, but it actually does. Back when I was in uni, I remember like I never ran after a bus because I knew I'm like, oh, I gotta be cool and nonchalant. But then I'm like, why is it that again, like I never wanted to chase after a bus? If I missed the bus, I would be sad. I'm like, oh, but still, I wouldn't run after it. But I'm saying that because when you're in uni or when you have work and you have all these obligations and you have to reach deadlines, you have to be in a certain place at a certain time. When something happens that's outside the routine, whenever something that comes that's outside of your routine, you get annoyed. You get annoyed. But for me, now I'm like, if I were to go back and something like that would happen where it's outside my routine, where I would miss the bus. And you know what? Every bus gets burned where I can't even go to school anymore. I'm like, wait. This is divine guidance. It's a divine sign. It's something that God has put in your path to move you in a certain direction in a way where you weren't able to know what to do if you were just to think with your own limited human mind. So if something like that happens into your life, don't worry about it. Let's just say you're making so much dua, man. You're making so much dua about like you want to make a certain amount and then you miss the bus. What if I told you that the next bus has someone, a person within it, that was going to give you an opportunity to get that same dua that you were asking for? And bro, this happened so many times. This happened way too many times. Like I remember when I was a bit younger in uni, and then I met this. I don't know if I missed the bus or he missed the bus, but we're never in the same bus. But somehow all of a sudden we were in the same bus, like me and this old friend that I used to see in high school, and this is in uni. I saw him, and then we just started talking, and then all of a sudden, like I just started saying this was before even YouTube. I started saying some things, and I was like, "Listen, brother, you know you should." Like he's not even Muslim, by the way. I'm like, you should. I can see you're struggling, so what you should do is just like sit down, and then keep watching the thoughts. Understand that you're not the thoughts; you're just the one that's aware of them. And only this realization is going to open up your life so much, because now I can see like you're thinking from this small, limited human being, and then you don't know that you have so much capabilities and all that. And it's only the only reason why you're thinking of that is because you're adding so much importance on school and work, and you're forgetting the true you, and that's why you're living as a small being. But in reality, you were never a small being. So that's what I was telling him, and I realized I was like, even me, like when I was telling him those words, I'm like, wow, subhanallah, like I'm reading this exact stuff, and now I'm just spitting it out like it's like, wow, I'm impressed, but I never knew I can talk like that. And he was like, bro, what the heck? Like this actually changed my life. And ever since that, I never saw him. Like we never actually met again in the same bus anymore. Well, because I also graduated and then he's still there because he was younger than me. And I'm like that's insane. Like if that person didn't miss the bus, if he didn't go out of the routine, I wouldn't have seen him. He wouldn't have seen me. I wouldn't have thought that, you know what, maybe I can actually help people with their lives. He never thought that, wow, like I'm actually this unlimited being and I'm not just a small person and I'm only thinking small because I'm identified with the mind. He wouldn't have thought that. None of this would have happened. And so those things that happen out of the ordinary, those things are important. You make dua. But then you don't look at the signs that come to you. You don't look at the coincidences that happen in your life. You don't look at the accident that you might see in front of the road. You don't look at the beautiful creation that Allah has built, and then you go and you complain to your mom, you complain to your friends, and you're like, God never responds to my dua. I prayed istikhara, but God never showed me anything in my dream. What are you saying, bro? What are you saying? Like there is signs everywhere. There's a hadith that says, I was sick, but you never visited me. I asked you for money, but you never gave me. It was like, oh my creation, I was sick, but you never visited me. And then the human response, he was like, but how can I visit you? Like you can heal everything. But then the response to that is that, no, it's not that I'm calling you so you can come and heal me. It's just that whenever someone is sick, I am the shafi. Like Allah is the doctor. Allah is the healer. So Allah is healing the person that's sick. So whenever someone is sick, Allah is there with them. So Allah is saying to you, this is Hadith Qudsi, Allah is saying to you, why did you not come and visit me? And so it makes you realize that Allah is with the person that's sick because He's healing them. And Allah wants you to be there so you can see, so you can experience the presence of Allah there, because the presence of Allah there is very strong. And it's so beautiful. And then there's a quote by Ibn Arabi, who he was like, I gave you perception only to be the object of my perception. I've made myself apparent in everything. In the fragrances, you smell me, but you never see me. In the food, I've given you so much savorous food, but you never taste me. In the beauty, I've given you so much beauty, but you never look at me. And honestly, just talking about that, it's so powerful. So powerful. Because this is the thing. People think this stuff is shirk, when in reality, even the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, Islam, Iman, Ihsan. Ihsan is when you can worship Allah like you can see Him. Like you can see Him every moment. So you walk around, every moment you miss the bus and you're like, that's divine guidance. Divine guidance. There is something that's going to be coming on my path. All I got to be doing is just keep marinating in the mercy of Allah, and that's it. That's it. That's the whole work. Just be in the state of only being with Allah, and that's it. And then what's going to happen is that you'll be talking to people, but you don't see the people. You see Allah's words coming out of them, and they don't even see it themselves. Like you're talking to people and you literally feel like you're talking to Allah. Like Allah is saying things to you, because everything is an ayah of Allah. And that's something crazy, man. That's something crazy. That's what ihsan is. If you still can't see Allah, by the way, understand that Allah can see you. Allah can always see you. So now it's like when you make dua, understand that Allah has actually accepted your dua in the instant of you making your dua. So now, if you just open up your awareness for a bit, just open up your awareness and then look around the world. Just look around the world. And then you'll see the sign of your dua being accepted is just right there. All of it is just right there. But you've been missing it the entire time, saying that, oh, Allah never accepted my dua. Why is Allah taking so long to accept my dua? Allah never takes long to accept your dua. Allah Himself in the Quran says that I respond to every request of any dua. So that, like, you're not the exception now. You're not someone that Allah didn't accept dua for. So this is some insane stuff, man. Even me right now, you're watching me, understand that I don't even know what I just said. Some stuff came out of my mouth that was probably good, and that came straight from Allah. Didn't even come from me. So I'm hoping this was helpful, brother, Habibi, my sister, anyone. If it is, man, just let me know.